2-1.
Okay. Hi guys, this is my Megacolony deck profile. I haven't been doing well with this recently, but fingers crossed, hopefully I'll do well with it this week. Okay, so I'll start with Slam Vanguard. It's Giraffa. In my opinion, the best ride chain. Okay, starting with the trigger lineup, we have 8 crit triggers. Pretty much.
Seems pretty standard.
Yeah, it is fair standard. This build is pretty good. Megacolony does need some support. So
we'll be getting some support.
Yeah, not bad support either.
Yeah, Cyclone Mantis, love it. 4 draw triggers. I do think Megacolony needs another draw trigger. Like, people are crying out for them, and maybe a trigger that actually does something. That would be nice.
Okay, and the last trigger?
Last trigger is 4 heals, obligatory.
Yep.
It'll save my ass every use.
So why not run stands?
Okay, I don't think Megacolony has the pressure units for it. In this deck, it struggles to hit 15k column. It struggles to hit 16k columns.
Fair enough.
Like, pretty much the only way you've got is with either grade 3s or...
I think stands are player preference.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I like to run water gangs in mine, so that's probably partly to do with it.
Okay, so start next to the million grade 1s.
Okay, so this is connected to the ride chain.
Yeah, it's the ride chain grade 1. Okay.
So it's a set 4 ride chain. You ride this, you set check your grade 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, love grade 2. Next, we have the obligatory 4 null guards.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough. I mean, like, Megacolony can't put out as much pressure as some of the other decks, so it's quite good to...
With break rides running out everywhere, with the amount of powers, I suppose it would vouch for...
I mean, 4 perfect guards in any deck is just standard either way, I suppose.
Yeah, I do run 3 in a few, but in Megacolony's a more defensive deck, so I probably want them.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, so next up is 3 Phantom Mats.
Okay.
There's a lot of 9k rear guards in this deck, and like, you need it to hit 17 columns, which, to be fair, when I built this deck I tested it to be MLD.
Oh yeah, it's not bad for that either.
Yeah, it does hit 17 columns very easily.
And now everyone's using 11, so...
value. Like, I've won welcome on new Break Raid Overlords.
And you've got Tail Joe, I suppose. If that's not on 11, you can still hit the 16.
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect sweet columns. Next attack choices. 2 Stealth Millipede, 10k booster.
When every opponent's ray guards are rested.
Yeah, so
it's pretty conditionless.
If you attack with all your ray guards, it's 10k booster.
Fair enough.
Value.
10k booster for the Vanguard only then.
Yeah, it is Vanguard only. The final choice is single Battler B.
Okay.
This deck's fairly cat-mass heavy, but this is probably one of the best cards in the class.
I play Megacolony myself, I personally vouch for this. I like this as a really good pressure card, but why only run the 1?
Like, the problem with this deck is that there are a lot of grade 1s you want to use. You need, for the grade 1 ride chain, to have consistency. You need at least 3 null guards, probably 4.
Oh yeah, definitely 4.
You say you're struggling for space, really?
Yeah, struggling for space, really. There was an interesting one online I saw with 18 grade 1s.
If you're running Giraffa, I could see that.
Yeah. So that was an interesting one I saw, which I might try out later, but for now, 14 grade 1s is fairly standard.
On to the grade 2s.
On to grade 2s. First up to my avatar, ride 2, grade 2, ride 2.
And you probably only need to run 2 of them anyway.
You only need to run 2. Like, I've seen lists run only 1 as well.
Yeah. Essentially, you can count your grade 1s as a version of that as well, so you're essentially running 6 copies.
The problem with doing that is you rely too heavily on your grade 1.
Yeah.
So if you miss your grade 1, you can still get that.
Yeah.
But then again, this deck doesn't rely very heavily on Giraffa.
Like, I run Giraffa as a backup, not as a main.
It's an interesting tech as well for early game.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty good card if it hits still as a unit.
No, it hits, and this guy.
No counter loss cost either.
Yeah, no counter loss cost on unit.
Oh, that, yes.
Yeah, it's really sweet.
And next rating?
Tail Joes. This guy's amazing.
So what's the 11k attack when your opponent's rear guards are rested, yeah?
Yep. So
they're probably going to be after they attack.
They attack, it's 11k attacker. So it hits break rides.
Yeah, if they keep a unit that's not rested, they've just lost some pressure anyway.
So it's like a free stun, basically. It's value. I laugh every time someone does it. It's so great. Okay. Next, promos. Machining Armor Beetle. Love this guy.
Okay.
It's a relatively cheap
Megacolony deck, I love this guy.
So what does he do?
When you call him or ride him, you can move any unit you want to the soul to stun a unit.
So any unit at all, yeah?
Any unit at all, and you can stun any unit
He's
at all.
like a... Megacolony version of Choa for Eradicators.
Yes.
I suppose so.
Choa moves something to soul, retire one front row, whereas this is move something to soul, stun
Any unit. So it can be the 10k booster
So it
as
can
well.
be very, very useful, yeah.
Yeah.
See what you mean?
And like you play Violent Vesper as well, this card.
Yeah.
You can just use that, maybe sack into one of these and get rid of your Vesper, which is quite nice.
Okay, on to the next grade 2s.
Final grade 2s are bloody Hercules.
10k vanillas.
10k vanillas. They can hit 16 with all grade 1s in the deck.
And if you miss your Giraffa ride, it's not bad.
Yeah, another defensive ride. Like, as I said, I take this deck to be MLB. So if you didn't get the Giraffa ride chain off, you want to ride this guy.
Plus 18 for cross rides isn't bad either.
Yeah, 18 for crossroads, which aren't irrelevant.
On to the next one.
On to the grade 3s, and my 4 main grade 3 is Master B. Okay, the internet's going to crucify me for this.
Really?
Nah.
It's
But
fine.
I like Master B.
So do I think it's a great card.
Master Beetle, its only problem is that he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah,
He
you can
does
do once.
something really good once, unless you get a hit trigger.
Yeah.
You're just going to rely on that, you got to sack.
Gonna get sacked, bro.
Kaiser does work.
Yeah, it is what Kaiser
It
is.
works.
It works.
Seems to work for him, yeah. Counterblast 3 stun, 2 units, great.
And it's an auto, it doesn't need to hit, it's a...
Yeah, it just happens on attack, right?
So you can basically have one turn of like relatively reduced pressure.
Yeah. You want to ideally use this ability the turn before you run out of guard.
Okay, so it's a good defensive.
Yeah. So basically, it might bite you an extra
So
turn.
this is basically Link Joker before Lock came along.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I'll get on to talking about Link Joker versus Megacolony in another video.
Okay.
This is just a deck profile. Next grade 3 is Ride Chain grade 3. The only triple rare currently Megacolony possesses.
And you can search for it, I suppose.
And you can search.
There is support.
It's an interesting tech. Like I know a lot of people like this card. I do to a lesser extent, but I think
I would say it's only good early game.
it's very good early game if you want to get pressure. But this deck can get really aggressive, and then they're at 3 or 4 damage. Giraffa does not. They just guard Giraffas because they don't want to get critted.
I don't blame them.
Yeah. So, but it's good effect. When it hits, you can counterblast 2, retire 2 of your rear guards, any 2 you want, retire 2 of their.
You go for sack 2 of yours. I'd say it's a better version of Eclipse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's the counterblast after you hit.
But like, he also comes as well with the next grade 3 I want to show you, which is Violent Vesper. Like, Violent Vesper is basically turns this guy's effect into retire 1 unit. Because Violent Vesper is a 3+1.
It's not bad.
And like, even if you pull a trigger with it,
And there are you've got a lot of cards like the machining card that combo quite well with Vesper too.
yeah, Vesper is a tank.
And you can sack yourself some nice boosters too, which is always good.
Like, you can just get really sacky with that card. Like, Gigantic Charger saw a little bit of play when it first came out. And Violent, and like...
Yeah, but the problem with Royal Paladins later on, they just had too big of a card pool, so they had no
I
space for
remember
them.
playing that card, Gigantic Challenger, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the
Oh,
day.
good card. And then, like, Royal Paladins just got too much support.
And yeah, and the final card I run in the deck, possibly one of my favourites,
Oh, that's good.
is Master Fraude. This guy's pressure. Man, this guy's pressure.
He struggles.
He's a decent back at grade 3 if you have to ride him. Because he can get plus 3k, so with a Stealth Millipede is a 23 column.
Yeah, it's
Could
not
get
bad.
Protection for that. Okay, right. So what happens when he hits?
When he attack hits,
You're probably going to need protection for that
Vanguard.
23.
Yeah.
Does he have to hit Vanguard? Or does he have
No,
to
Vanguard
hit
or-
No, it's anything.
It's anything.
Which is why it's great with stand triggers.
Yeah, so you put him, in the rear guard, and then they have to.
Yeah, it's just pressure every turn. And you've got this guy as well. In another column, you can have constant rearguard pressure with both columns, essentially.
Like, I know Kaiser runs Water Gang as well for more pressure.
Oh, it's so good. And you can use those extra 2 counterblast you're not using for the Master Beetle anyway.
The reason I don't run Water Gangs is that I was struggling. You do struggle for places in Megacolony.
Yeah, it's
although it's one of the most minus supported clans, almost all its cards are good. There are a few
Maybe
bad
not
ones.
Toxic Trooper.
Maybe not Toxic Trooper. Although I've looked.
I've debated myself.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my net profile, guys. Hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, great.